Home sweet home. Man's home is his castle until he doesn't make a mortgage payment or two. At Stop Foreclosure 3 Ways, I'm going to show you very quickly here in this short video 3 ways that tens of thousands of people are stopping foreclosure each and every month in America. And then at our website, stopforeclosure3ways.com, I have more detailed explanation if you'd like to learn more. Loan modifications are 1. Mortgage replacement, which none of you have probably heard of, are 2. And short sales are 3. Let's start with loan modifications. The pundits are predicting 10 million or more this year. The reason for it, big banks and little banks everywhere have awakened finally to recognize that dealing with a homeowner modifying their loan is a lot better and a lot more cost effective than going through foreclosure. You see, foreclosing costs thousands and actually tens of thousands of dollars. Banks also, by law, have to put money into reserves when they do foreclose on a home. They then generally have to fix it up, and then they have to resell it. And in this market, that's not an easy thing to do. Also, from a bank's point of view, having a better cash flow, because if you modify a homeowner's loan, they continue to pay. If you foreclose, they stop paying during the process. And finally, on a bank's balance sheet, a foreclosed home shows as a non-performing asset, which means that they can then borrow less money, which they then in turn loan to us. From a homeowner's point of view, there are a bunch of advantages as well. First off, a loan modification does not affect your credit score. Secondly, in today's environment, you can get a better rate with a loan modification than if you had perfect credit. Thirdly, stopping the stress in the household, knowing that the kids are going to get to stay in their school, knowing you don't have to explain to everyone at the church why you're leaving. Having a mortgage payment that you can live with that you know is going to be permanent. There are even examples where past due amounts have been forgiven and loan principal balances can be reduced in certain instances. Let me show you a quick example. Here's an example where a loan was 7.875. The law firm that negotiated on behalf of the homeowner dropped it to 6%, got their payments reduced by $1,000. And on the bottom right, you see that $800 circled. Well, included with the $4,100 new payment is $800 in principal reduction, where that original $5,200 was interest only. So they're saving $1,000 plus, but they're also building equity each and every month. They also were behind $8,800. That amount was completely forgiven. So banks are budging, but you really need to have a professional do it for you. That's my opinion. We use a network of 9 law firms. They will evaluate your circumstances free of charge. If they accept you as a client, they're showing a 97% success rate with a money-back guarantee should they not be able to perform a loan modification for you. We have weekly free conference calls. Here's all the information, or you're welcome to email me or call me anytime. The second method is called mortgage replacement, and I have heard it referred to as America's best kept secret. What is it, and who's responsible for it? Well, we can thank good old Uncle Sam. Over the past many decades, he has put into effect all these different acts: Truth in Lending Act, Fair Debt Collection Act, Fair Credit Reporting Act, all these things to protect us as homeowners. And included within each act are usually dozens and dozens of laws that banks have to comply with each and every time they make us a loan. Well, the reality is there are 180 of them total. Now, the process is kind of tedious. Let me go through it real quickly with you, and then on my website, again, I explain it better. If you, the homeowner, decide this makes sense and you want to try it, you hire a company that then, on your behalf, hires a law firm, which then says to the bank, hey, Mr. Banker, this homeowner has a loan with you. We want you to produce all 180 areas of compliance. The bank sends to the law firm what they've got. The law firm evaluates it. With all the deficiencies and violations, they contact the federal judge in that area. Say, Judge, this bank has a mortgage with my client, and they are not in compliant. There are 100, let's say, out of 180, let's say there are only 50 things that are wrong. The judge says, okay, I'll check on it. Actually, the Justice Department is then called into the picture, contacts the same bank, asks the same question, and the bank provides for the Justice Department whatever areas they can comply with. Justice Department then evaluates it, gets back to the judge and says, law firm was right, 50 areas they violated. The judge gets out his calculator and figures fines and penalties and for all of the many violations. Then contacts the bank and says, Mr. Banker, sorry to say, but you've got to write a check for $386,000 to the homeowner. The homeowner then gets the check, and what do? They pay off their mortgage. The new mortgage that replaces the one that the bank has just paid off themselves, actually, or paid off on behalf of the homeowner, is replaced with 1/2 of its original, not original size, but whatever the then current balance is, at 2% for 40 years. You heard it, 2%, 40 years. No qualifying, no closing costs, no private mortgage insurance, and it's even assumable. Here's a quick example. If you started with a $250,000 mortgage at 8%, your payments would be $1,800 and change. After it was paid off, your new mortgage would be half the balance, or $125. At 2%, payments drop to under $400 per month. Savings of over $1,400 monthly, or over $17,000 per year. If you had a bigger mortgage, let's say $400,000, 6.5% interest, payments $2,500 and change. New mortgage, $200,000, 2% payments, $606. That's a $1,900 a month savings, or $20,000 plus per year. Short sales. The third option are short sales, and short sales have their advantages to stopping foreclosure. The foreclosure process stops almost instantly with someone handling a short sale if they know what they're doing. The company I recommend is Nationwide Short Sale Service. The reason that the foreclosure stops, very simply, is this company makes an offer immediately to the bank. When the bank gets the offer, it's going to be a reasonable offer. They will contact the law firm handling the foreclosure and say, wait a minute, we've got an offer, stop everything. The other nice part about this is the realtor can do what realtors do best, which are show open houses, write contracts, counter offers, things like that. The realtor doesn't have to get involved in the process. An advantage for the homeowner, this will show as a satisfied debt on your credit report rather than a foreclosure. Additionally, you as a homeowner stay in the home for months and many times longer than that while the process is being negotiated. The cost of this is next to nothing. It's under $400 if you have one mortgage and under $500 with two. The way these folks make their money, very simply, is they get it from the bank. You don't pay them anything other than this slight administrative fee to handle all the stuff for you. Don't wait. There's no advantage to waiting. Please go to Stop Foreclosure 3 Ways or call me for more information. On Stop Foreclosure 3 Ways, I have this chart where you can put all three of your choices side by side and evaluate them to see which one makes the most sense. So visit Stop Foreclosure 3 Ways. If you want more information, each of these three possible options are in great detail explained via video for you. Thank you. May God richly bless you and yours today.